Hello, everybody. My name is Pramod. I have prepared this presentation as part of the coursera project that I'm doing. So, here the topic is about how we would manage a machine learning project. Let's get into the topic quickly. First of all, here we are targeting the users who are the sales executives and also the business operations support who would usually support these sales personnel within the organization. And the company that we are here referring to is a CPG based company which sells products and services to the customer. And the problem currently within this organization is the sales force is selling the products or services to the customers based on what they think that the customer might need, specifically when they are trying to do an upsell. And somehow this is not very effective. It doesn't increase uh, the revenue, and also the thing with the initial sales is also sometimes we are not very sure, the sales force is not very sure whether they are selling the right products or services, and thus resulting in low renewal rates. And hence the proposed solution is to build a machine learning based recommendation system which will provide an effective guided selling system, which is more personalized and automated. So, what we did was to start with, we discussed this with various subject matter experts, which drive the entire process within the organization. Then we also spoke to the field colleagues within the company, and following was suggested that we could choose as the factors. One is the customer master data itself, customer attributes such as the country and region which the customer belongs to, what was the industry segment which this customer belonged to, and whether the customer was which segment as per the internal classification of the company, whether it was a large customer, smaller or medium sized customer. Then we needed the product information together with the price and all the previous customer orders that were placed by these various customers for various products, and what was the usage information of these purchased products. Um, Coming to the success criteria, we had defined both outcome and output based criteria to measure the overall performance of this system. So from a business side, we got the guidance that the 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 usage of this model should at least drive a year-on-year sales by 20% increase, with at least a 10% increase for each product line. And the output based metric was that this should be at least 65% accurate, and the overall production response time should be less than 2 seconds. One of the constraints was not having enough data. uh, yeah, but we'll get to it, like how we try to manage this. What we also did was we built some wireframes and mockups for building a web-based application, and to depict how we would integrate with this model. And since we did not have any existing system in place, there was no baseline model that we could establish. Uh, for the data sources itself, we had some internal systems which had information about the data that we chose. And like I mentioned, we did not have all enough data, and so we decided to use the approach of backfilling the data by using replacing them with mean values. From a system design perspective, for us, some of the requirements were that there was always a network connectivity assumed, and we wanted a high throughput and a low latency for our system. Based on these requirements, the overall architecture was that we would have a cloud-based solution, and we would go for an offline learning because the company would not introduce a lot of new products or services every every quarter. So it was acceptable that we do this learning offline and train the model in an offline way and prepare the recommendations in a batch mode. Then in terms of evaluating the model itself, we chose the cross-validation approach, where we split our data into training and validation data set. And then we evaluated various different algorithms, and then the one which was fitting best, we used the test data to test the final performance of the model. And also, like, for us, it was also crucial that the model is also interpreted rightly, so that we could have an explainability in terms of why a certain prediction was achieved, and what was the overall accuracy percentage in terms of the recommendation from the system, and what our sales force was actually selling it. Then what was also crucial for us is to do the integration test and the performance of this integration. Like we said, we wanted a low latency. Some of the potential risks were the latency in generating predictions due to the high volume of the input data in the production system. What we observed also was there was a data drift due to shift in the consumer behavior, what was happening in the production, because we tested with only certain regional specific customers, but in the production we had from all different other regions, and their behavior was not like the training data set. And this also resulted in certain accuracy not being very accurate. I think that's all from my side. Kindly review and provide your feedback. Thank you.